Yeah, we're here making a video today. This one's about Blackpool Tower. Just noticed a few things. We're kind of saying it was built in 1894, but when Mickey and I... Say hello, Mickey.
Yellow.
When me and Mickey looked at it, it looks older, doesn't it? Yeah. It doesn't really look like it's the times that they say.
Well, they're trying to make it look like that way, don't they?
And
nice.
In it we're going to show a picture of what you think it really is, but we'll just put the little video on. So, this is their history. You have to just find out a little bit about what they're saying, because some of it's going to be right, it just won't be right. There are things associated around it, like the Winter Gardens. There's 2 piers. So it started to be constructed in 1891 and it was all done by 1894, May, and opened.
Bit of an early bird.
Yeah, but in a way I've never really taken that much notice of Blackpool Pier, but it is actually quite nice. We've looked a bit more at it today. So it's only 120 odd years old, which doesn't sound right, does it? It looks so much older.
Yeah, from what we're seeing on the ground.
And then even this one, look at that. You're asking, it says there, when and why was it built, and it doesn't tell you.
No, that's what you pointed out earlier.
It doesn't really tell you anything, except somebody put some money in because they wanted, well, but it doesn't really, it just does, it never really explains anything. No. But anyway, we're moving on, the pictures will move in a second. Half the time there's a big wheel there. Sometimes it's called the Blackpool Eye, so it's all to do with the camera, that one. Yeah, anyway, here we go.
Going into sort of Londonite stuff, I suppose.
So, it appeared a few years after the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower was 1889, and this one was 1894, so only a few years later on. And then it gets its name all to do with this peat and bog, which you can read there if you want. Those are the people that built it.
And if they're using vanilla skies.
Well, we looked at a few pictures. We'll see if we can see that. Anyway, what's that? What is the history?
Tower.
And that talks about the dance floor, which we're going to do in a little bit about that, because that's just amazing. It's almost unreal. Yeah. So here it is. So in a moment I'm going to show another picture, and that's what it looks like. This is inside. Sure, they've covered most of it up, and then when you look down you see that, and we think that that's covering something up because they built round that. Okay, they want to have plaques for comedy, but you know, and then it's got glass bottom floors upstairs so you can see down. I don't think I'd like that.
Get a life out of me, yeah.
Yeah, they have a brilliant view of the actual structure, absolutely amazing. I mean, it's an amazing structure. Yeah, and there it is. That's what it is, it's one of them.
I'm going to shoot them.
Well, because
it's too uncanny.
It also, see, on the Tesla Tower has a building underneath just like this one. Yes, it's a slightly different shape, but it's very similar now to...
The top also of Blackpool has the Faraday cage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So people can't throw things over, but it's obviously to cage electric.
Well, they'll say that's for safety reasons.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, but it's still there, isn't it? Still around it.
Yeah, I mean, one person pointed their camera out, and all they could see was the cagey bit. They couldn't see anything else. They actually got a bit like they put sad smileys on and said, "I had to come back," because they just couldn't film it through the cagey bit. But it doesn't work like that for everyone, but his camera picked up on that and he couldn't film it. But anyway, that's what Mickey thinks it is. That's what he saw.
Narrative things, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, this is a view, and there's this quite amazing building just here, which we're going to take a tiny bit of a look at down here, and that probably was the train station, Mickey.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's right behind it. Yeah. Got that nice long strip there, which is obviously like a shadow, but that's the side, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got this antiquitech at the top of it. In cages.
Yeah.
In a cage. Everything's in a cage.
Not stone book.
Power! Stopping the power.
Drawing it in, I'd say. Bring it down for the illuminations of Blackpool. Yeah, probably 150, 160 years ago.
Yeah, it definitely to me looks an amazing structure. There's masses of steel and it's really, you know, to me that reminds me of the Eiffel Tower for sure, because I've been up the Eiffel Tower. Obviously not quite as big. The ceilings.
Resistance.
Oh my god, just look at this place. This is a ballroom, just a ballroom, but look at it. Kings and queens should be there, and what springs to mind to me is about the 1700s.
A gold leaf on it.
Yeah, it might have been mended, repainted, they've done things to it, but that is just
Venetian.
Amazing. I just thought it was amazing for a dance hall.
Those are the London Palladiums, you know, but this is a bit more super grand.
And this is in the Blackpool Tower building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped the recorder on you for a little bit. But, I mean, just look at it. There's all sorts of drawings up there. It's not just one thing. But when you think of those big old 1700 houses, when they've done those glorious paintings on the ceilings, or even the churches, that's what that reminds me of.
Also reminds me of St. Petersburg. Remember that? It is that big, isn't it, and grand. And
so what we're saying is that they're saying it's built in the late 1800s, and we're saying it looks older, probably at least another 100 years older for some reason.
Yeah,
this just looks so old. Yeah, that's just turned up for the. They've got no money really. How would they have done this? Who would be going to this?
I'd be piss poor in them days.
All the kings in the world, would you please come to our ballroom?
Yes. £10 a ticket.
What? Look at that.
But what about the poor?
It's quite an amazing ceiling. I mean, that's just a big pan of it. It's quite a big room, but look at those ceilings. Can't you just imagine the big balls with the big long dresses and the kiss, you know, the beauty marks and the big wigs? I mean, that is beautiful. That is really Nicky, how old?
Jeez,
Let's go back to this bit here.
That's pretty big, isn't it?
Not that one. How old does that look to you? Doesn't that look old?
It's super grand and anything.
And those statues,
like you think it was beyond its function.
It's just amazing. Like that is amazing that lasted. It's absolutely beautiful. I never took much notice of the Blackpool Tower, but I'm amazed. Look at that, Mickey.
I didn't know it was like that.
Wow, it's just.
I see it on Come Dancing, but not the ceiling.
Yeah,
always
those statues are obviously cleaning it, but yeah.
Look at the size of it though.
That's them up there. Beautiful, isn't it? That's in there.
It's big. It's big.
But it's still.
It
sort of reminds you of an Eiffel Tower, so that tells you what the Eiffel Tower is, then, doesn't it? It's another one of these.
Another one.
It's quite pretty at the top. Tesla Tower.
Burnt down, didn't it?
Yeah, they've got some pictures in here showing that it got burnt, but obviously it didn't burn down or fall down, did it? I wondered whether it was a lighthouse, didn't I, as well?
Yeah. Why wouldn't
But I think it's more like what you think it is, a Tesla Tower.
Yeah.
There's a picture coming up in a minute with so many people on it. It's just... Anyway, I just think it's quite, you know, when you actually start really looking at it, it's quite a beautiful little tower, really.
There's been a hell of a lot of people living in there.
Okay, look at that. It's beautiful. It almost looks like there's a house up there.
I'd live in it. Crow's nest. Yeah.
You know, is it 100? I think it's older than that. Because everything's such a lie. There's some pictures in here saying that they're building it. They don't quite... Well, obviously given the time, wasn't it? In the 1890s.
Oh, that looks dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Look, the kids actually can't handle it. They're on their feet anyway. There you go. That's them supposedly building it. There's a Tesla Tower. There you go. That's it on fire. 1897. Yeah, probably because a big... Yeah,
there's a building underneath looks different as well.
So in post, there it looks more like, look, it does look more like a Tesla tower there, doesn't it? In that picture it does. Go back to that picture. Next one. It's probably before they burnt it down.
See, even in the old picture, still got the aerial tech.
Nice building they knocked down next door, Mickey. So there you go, look. That looks like a Tesla tower
Still
now,
got
doesn't
the
it?
aerial tech on the roofs, on the original roofs. These ones, look.
Oh. Looks a bit different there because, well, that's older there.
Tech.
Bet none of them were wearing clogs like you mentioned.
City of Illuminations, isn't it?
Yeah.
What it's called.
Look at all those people there.
Oh, that's a.
Well, I wouldn't want to go there for the day.
It's like a 60s one though. All
They look so close together they can't breathe. That is them building it. Obviously,
Herd immunity, that was.
Mickey says that's
It might be the foot of one of the towers.
Yes, that's what you said, isn't it?
These bolts driven in to the solid concrete.
Oh yeah.
So Christ knows how far that goes down. Or is it just pretend?
Don't you think it's a very lapsy-daisy way of making it? Look, you've got a bunch of rubble over here. The houses are almost on top of it. You've got bricks and things and wood and rubbish there, and you're trying to build this great big tower. I don't think that looks very...
At the back here, see here, the back. This is a house knocked in. We're looking in the inside of a house. That's been cleared. I mean, you look at that's the front room, back room, stairs, bedroom. Strange.
Oh, I think that might be the walls and that might be the
I know what you
chimney,
mean,
but
that's
just so close. You're not going to have a... Are you just going to have a fence on top of the hole that you've just made where the leg's going to go in? Wouldn't all this have been knocked down? This, to me, is not a real picture. You would not have all this here. It would all be made... You're not going to start building this and having all this falling down around you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry, as far as I'm concerned, there's no way that could be a building site for that one leg of that tower. No way.
Bit haphazard.
Completely haphazard. Surprised it's still standing. Doesn't look that big either. Anyway, these are some of the pictures which they're sort of showing it either look like they're actual pictures. This is the gardens, great big greenhouse. Look at that, still there.
Must have looked Crystal Palace there, wasn't it?
It does remind you a bit, sort of, than we saw in pictures, but there you go, there's the seats. Doesn't look quite so, well, it's got nice lights, but not, it's all wooden seats. They had a circus in there, Mickey. Look at that, I don't think that looks that great either.
Got polar bears, Jesus.
Poor things.
Yeah.
And the tower doesn't look so big there, does it?
That
was my thing when we first saw it. I said the tower doesn't look very big, but look at that. Now we're going to stop it there.
That's all that check on it. Aerials and everything.
So that's the Tesla tower, isn't it? Oh, it's moved on. Hang on. Let's go back. Now where are we? Come on, move on. Past the circus. Past the elephant. Ah, there it is. That's the Tesla tower, isn't it?
Got a lot of tech around it.
It's quite an amazing building and so forth, isn't it?
Yeah, and see this bank. Remember the bank you were saying?
Yeah.
Look at the small. Look. So what is this? Is this stairway?
That's stairways up, but they all look like stairways. But here, see, the people are walking down here, whereas now they'd be in the sea, I think, according to that. I don't know. I can't remember the layout now. Oh no, they've got that big.
Oh
no! How did
change?
No, Mickey. How did they do it? Remember, we've got the cross at the front with all the plaques on, and a big thing, so they built it up. But that just looks like a Tesla tower. I already showed one of those. 1 secondo. See, looks so like this, really, doesn't it? There's the building below, and there's the tower on top.
It's a bit too uncanny, isn't it?
Yeah. There's another one like that one. Whether they're, I don't know. Some of them have got the building next to it, like here. The building is next to the tower. There's one with the tower here. Yeah. So basically, let's go back to the video.
Antiquitech.
It's what, Mickey?
It could be old Antiquitech, as Martin says. Yeah.
Yeah.
To illuminate the beach.
It's kind of like hidden now, isn't it, really? It doesn't look quite so grand as it would have done in its day because they've kind of flattened all the buildings around it. And that looks strange, didn't it? Oh, yes, there it is.
Yeah.
It's very close to it. Look, it's right next
that
to it.
building there, yeah.
And they actually built another building there now. So that's because I said, look, it just looks like it cuts off. Was there more out here originally? It's been washed away. I don't know.
So we all joined up, I'd say.
So,
Power.
what does that look like to you? Tesla Tower.
Yeah, that's what the old narratives say. You know, people saying years ago in his day.
Yeah, it's known as a pleasure ride for us. You go to the top of the tower and there's things in there. There's golf, there's a 4D cinema, there's arcades, shops, there's the ballroom. But the ballroom is the piece de resistance. That is just absolutely amazing. Because once you see that, you realise this has got to be older. And it probably is. Because they lie about everything.
Yeah.
Should have just told us the truth from the beginning. What difference would it have made if this was made in the 16 or 1700s?
Keep vanilla sky again.
Yeah, and we like the view of that one. I mean, it looks very much
Smaller
smaller
there.
there.
Crystal clear image as well.
And then look how small it looks. It looks a quarter of the size than it is in the other pictures. So that's quite weird. Anyway, we decided to go onto Google Earth. So we've got that cross out the front, Blackpool Tower, and then the bit behind is the train, what we think is like the train station.
Well, if it's powering up these, it has to have the buildings close by, innit, to be able to send the power to it. So the grander the building, that's going to be closer. But the ones we're seeing, you know, these the brick ones, they'll be powered up by this tower, basically.
And also, where we're standing now would have been in the sea. Well, just about.
Well, I'd love to go there, you know, see from my own eyes, you know, on the ground.
It's got comedians on there, but it actually looks like it was covering something up, we said. But
now
it looks like in some of the old pictures that roughly we'd be standing on the sand now. Anyway, this is the Winter Gardens behind it.
Another big place.
Just have to wait for Google Maps to pick up on the picture. It's a little bit slow sometimes, but quite a unique building.
That thing can be powered again.
Imagine when we were smaller, how many buildings would have been like this all around us, and we just would have taken.
They'd be sticking out.
They were everywhere. These kind of buildings. They were all over Brighton, because that's where I grew. You know, my mum come from, and we went there a lot. Yeah, covered in windows. How old is everything? But anyway, we're going to venture eventually. It takes me a little bit of time to get to do it, but we go down.
A bit wobbly.
We go down to show you that. Really, although it's beautiful and grand at the front, it's a facade. So it's brick. It's all red brick. Red brick.
Yep.
Red brick.
Good conductor.
It's all red brick. There it is. So basically, the front of it is these stone facades, which we've come across a lot. But when you're looking at it, maybe everybody thinks, oh, it's all stone, but it's just the facade, like a little brick on the top. Like a tile.
Yeah, basically, like a tile.
Oh, and but it's red brick. And what we noticed also was that the window ledges are stone, and that means it's obviously older than they're saying it is.
Made stone.
Because it's, you know, when you get stone window ledges, I think you're talking of the 1700s then. Honestly, it's older, and it's quite a beautiful building. Mickey wanted me to go to the top because it's not quite as plain Jane as it looks. It's quite a nice building.
And the tiles.
It's not called a train station, but you're wondering, or maybe it was another theatre. Who knows? But it's quite a big thing.
Bricks are old because they're starting to sort of explode. Yeah, very strange this bit.
That's going to come. Here it comes. It takes a bit of time. Red brick. It's all red brick. Oh, I wish now we could go back and see it when we were children to see how much there was, because they've just got rid of so much of it by now. There you go, there's the stone windowsill, so that's quite older than they're going to say it is. My house in Hungerford, when I lived there, had stone windowsills, and that was built in 16 something. So there you go. And it had big, you know, the beams from the ships. You know, the ship beam. You know, those ones. Had those in the attic.
Yeah. That's what they'll do, isn't it? When he was on the beach, they'd make the boats out of the houses. Houses out of the boats. This in Hastings.
Anyway, that's another vision of it. That's at the side of it. It's quite a nice building though, really.
The lounge. Must be something nice in there.
We've nearly finished this video now. Thanks for helping me make it, Mickey. I thought it was quite interesting with Blackpool Tower, the whole thing. The ballroom just amazed me. I never knew it looked like that. And now I think that the tower looks more like a Tesla tower.
Yeah, so I've heard down the grapevine for the years.
There's a train station.
It's just got that wicked front, isn't it? To me, I've seen tube stations like that in London.
Yeah, that's like to me. A pneumatic one. A pneumatic train station?
I'd love it to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice easy journey.
No, thanks, Mickey.
Well, thank you, Karen.
Thanks, everybody.